hotel now. You throw up the hotel, like, here you go, my teammate. That's more of a support shard. The old shard turned you into this monster that just kept spawning more and more Left 4 Dead simulator. It was very, very strong for taking early Roche. It ultimately was just enabling you in a great way, and it lowered cooldown on your ulti as well. So there were a lot of things that made it better. Now, as a core, you still got that 140 cooldown on your Flesh Golem, all levels. That's a long cooldown, dude.
I'm a bit worried for Geek fam. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm also worried, but they're going crazy with it. So, you know, some sportsmanship coming out from the teams here. Some have fun, some good lucks. Love to see it. The teams gonna clash here.
Won't be feeling the same wave as First Blood given over.
It will be silent.
Movement speed advantage. Hits with 355. Without a doubt, he'll catch up the Tins. Blacklist might be forced to potentially fight around their high ground.
Force is going.
Separation, but yeah, Force, he's going to chase him down. Still has a movement speed.
For hell! You hurt the ones
First blood!
30
They
seconds
sing
to
the
battle.
song of death!
But getting some momentum, because this hero going up against the TA safe lane, it's not the best hero against TA. She does pretty well against melee heroes in general, being able to skill up Meld early and bully the low armor of Undying with only 2 base armor. He did buy a Ring of Protection to try and prepare himself for this, but still going to be a tough lane possibly.
That? Yeah. Wonder... Do you even need to consider more armor? Like, I was even going to bring up, like, I don't know if this is like a Wraith Band lane or something for the Undying, but just because I'm trying to think of some other armor items. Yeah.
I mean, you could see that. It looks like he's going to go for bracers here to begin, but I would like to see face boots possibly on him.
Sure.
We'll see exactly what the post 3 build is going to be here for Undying, since I haven't seen it in a bit. Echo Saber used to be really good, and definitely an option now with Harpoon also being a thing. To kind of pull. Actually, Harpoon is insane. I shouldn't say this on stream. Why am I talking? Harpoon is insane against TA. It's actually a very, very good counter to TA. Please don't buy Harpoon against me. But it's super good against her.
And explain why?
She's a hero that's very dependent on her positioning, and due to both side blades, but also due to her sort of volatile nature, where either she's kicking ass or she's just very quickly getting killed. And I have found in my testings and many games that Harpoon is very, very successful to bring her down.
Well, you've got definitely a Sven who's like wanting to go down that route, so we'll see how much farm Onet's able to get, because you know, we said in game 1 that if Onet's PA was able to get to the stage where PA can, you know, 5v1, he definitely could have got the boys over the finish line. Unfortunately, we didn't see him get enough farm. How do we feel this game, though, about Onet's Sven? Because without a doubt, this is his best hero. Throughout the qualifiers, he has looked incredible on the Sven, but can he do it once again for Geek fam?
I think he's the best Sven that we've seen overall, not just his best hero, but I think comparing it to other Sven players, I think he
It's kind of 40 seconds and how much emphasis we're going to get out of the supports as well to help secure this, because you know, Carl is going to be able to play very active with the Queen of Pain, whereas the Coddle is a little bit more playing for his own game until the boots of travel.
We should really highlight that Queen has done a great job getting a lot of denies here against this Coddle. 17 denies. So while mid Coddle, you know, has a lot of nuke potential, they did nerf the mid Coddle when we had the old no talismans giving spell
Blacklist. They're going to need a pretty big sonic wave, and that's all that it is to get it onto Raven. That'll help get the kill, and importantly, shutting down the Undying as well. So even though Scam rotates down, I mean, no value out of this wall, like just the instant response out of Blacklist, bringing Tins along with Carl to mirror that movement.
That's 2 times that they commit the Tombstone and don't get anything for it, even losing the Tombstone both times, and this time even dying on the offlaner of Force. This is not what we want to have happen. When you pick Undying for the offlane, you want to at least dominate the lane, and you know that the hero doesn't scale great into the mid and late game compared to Dawn. I think Dawn is going to have a much bigger impact than the Undying as the game goes on.
Interesting rotation. I mean, it's just cuckoo.
Nothing is real.
Just get a kill, but you know, the movement speed of the Coddle, making use of it. 470 movement speed there, it just rushes down to bottom.
We have that Solar Guardian, though, importantly, coming up in a couple of minutes, and well, I should say a minute. We also have the Wisdom Room as well, so it looks like both sides going to be able to secure that. Now, KP with the potential of this global play to offset maybe some of that next dive attempt that Geek Fam will have down bottom.
We see some jungling beginning here as well, not just from the Coddle, but also from the Sven, as well as, of course, TA over on her side. She's starting to work towards her Dragonlance here. Gonna build up for the classic builds. Dragonlance looks like he's gonna go for the Deso as well.
Who's going to step in so they can get the beacon? Really not required in the end with how much damage they were able to pump out at quick succession.
I love all the emphasis that Blacklist are putting bottom.
Sonic waves off. Cox has no TP. This is going to be a solo kill for Carl. Oh, what a read for the Queen of Pain.
That is so huge, man. Getting the solo takedown, and now with the power rune spawning as well, gonna get his bottle refill, even a DD rune, the best possible rune for Queen here, as he now has the ability to kill people quite quickly with the power threads coming in as well. Bit of invasion here by the side of Blacklist.
Is under attack.
Going in and checking how the stacks are looking, as of course they're playing against the Sven and they have TA themselves, so Ancients can easily be stolen in this game.
I am still, like, it feels like Geek Fan, the objective for them is to continue just forcing their attention onto bottom lane, but I don't think these kills get any easier now with traps set up. And still, I mean, you have a lot of reaction plays out of the boys on Blacklist. Carl and Tim's TPing in. We spoke about the Solar Guardian, so seems like Raven's going to be able to free farm.
They're going top. They're looking for a move.
Whoa.
Going over on all nits. Boy, they have Fuku here.
He needs mass TPs and he needs them now. The double damage rune on Carl. That should be able to offset Nero having this Sonic Wave on cooldown, and in fact, Olnet will get no assistance. Boys are just going to watch him die inside their own jungle, and now this might be able to open up for them to put a little bit of pressure into the tier 1 tower.
Yeah, I don't think they would have time, even if they mass TP'd immediately, a little bit too far away from the tower to really assist him there. Fuku just walking in here might get caught out. That's a lot of damage from the blast. He does go down, but again, it's just Fuku, right? You killed him 3 times now, but the only kills you have gotten are support kills. So far, Dawnbreaker hasn't died, Queen hasn't died, TA has not died a single time. All of them are very happily progressing. TA even going for a slow here.
Force can't play this lane now. I mean, all the minus armor Raven's got, it's just level 1 in meld, but it does not matter. This Undying is not working for Geek Fam.
No, the Undying pick is absolutely crumbling right now. There's a reason we don't see it pick that much, or at all. You know, I haven't seen offlane Undying ever since the shard was removed from it, basically. I don't know what the game plan is now. You gotta build something, but I think it has to be something playing towards the idea of Sven carrying you, right? You can't play around the Undying anymore. So Undying just gonna go back and actually clear the Ancients for himself here, use the Tombstone to do so, together with the Fatal Bonds. They're team farming the Ancients here, getting some neutral items.
And some valuable experience from the supports as well. So you're about to have Swap to play with on Narman, Skem a little bit more away from his level 6, but we will see that Rock be a potential kind of counter initiation tool. But again, it's nice supports and playing reactionary and Blacklist where they're continuing to hunt Tims and Cuckoo. Trying to get over towards the Coddle. Have these two got some damage though? Tim's no level in the finger, still only 5. Cox gets a pretty nice blast as well to repair some of the damage, so he's out.
CD on Blink here. Carl not gonna be able to close the distance anymore. Nice little use of the Tumbler's Toy though on Lion. Always nice to have that poor man's Blink. It's a fantastic neutral item for these initiators. This is gonna look like top tower though, and I don't think that we're seeing really a mirroring of the movement yet. They're starting maybe to push bottom, but without Sven, it's kind of slow.
And then maybe smoke past the tower and get Raven. They do have a cliff forward. It's about to expire in 15 seconds, and already Blacklist are coming down, and Solar is back up as well.
Yeah, they know that the protection is going to be there. This is without Sven.
tombstone into the blast as well. They'll cover the refraction. Raven just shocks out the initiation. The rock will still come out, but they've got guns as well. Cox is having a free fight currently on the collar, but he needs to go huge to turn the fight. A little bit more damage required to get the kill into KP. That's where the Golem's able to come into play, but now Carl as well responds with his own TP. Won't have the damage to shut down Cox so he can escape. And it's a 2-for-1. I mean, you get the kill onto Raven, but is it worth it?
Look on your face.
It's not really worth it, no. I mean, the lost top tower tried to make this move bottom, and now not going to be able to get this tower either, as they, sure, bring down Raven, but honestly, being dead there, it didn't stifle his net worth that much. He respawns in good time to go and clear the Ancients and farm from the top part of the map as well.
What's Cuckoo up to? Who's maybe setting up, but places a ward. Meanwhile,
being a sneaky boy on Invoker all the time. We see Cox just preparing stacks here in the jungle. I think the game really has to be about stalling out and farming somehow for Geek fam. I don't see them being able to make active moves. Meanwhile, Fargo.
already if they feel it required. Swap away as a result of that. He heals himself back up as well. Very nicely done from Nam, and just putting his body on the line to keep the mid laner alive.
That was a good save. Not just the repositioning, but even the 30% damage reduction, keeping the Caudal alive through that. So at least, you know, Queen ulti used and you only lost the support, but still, we're not seeing anything positive happening for the side of Geek right now. And they even get these stacks stolen as they lose control of the area. The only thing they have going is the Sven is massive, but TA is right behind. He's 400 behind him, and like we mentioned, the Sven, he'll be strong later, and you need to survive until then. I don't know, man. The Undying and the Caudal, I'm just not on board with this. This is looking, it's looking tough, man.
Under attack.
I must say, I'm quite impressed with Force's net worth. I think a lot of it comes off that Ancient stack. But for him having 4 deaths, his position in net worth is not the worst. I mean, he's higher than Cox, dude, which is crazy.
Yeah, it's pretty wild, actually. And the Decay does farm pretty damn good still. And like you said, the big Ancient stack helped him a little bit. But that's farm that your Sven could have had. You took away farm that would otherwise have gone to Ulnit. So they're having to use some stuff for him to fall back on. I don't think that was the idea to begin with. I think the plan was for Undying to win his lane. Because otherwise, why would you pick an Undying? So we'll see them move now bottom.
And not under the cover of the smoke though, but this is really the first time that Ulnit started to join with the team. They can respond if they want to, but in fact Tim's just going to go through the rift. Ulnit with the God Strength, they'll be able to get their first tower. We do see mid lane though, Blacklist of course are already set up for another siege themselves.
No slouches, they're being very active on the map, and the moment they see people bottom, they go mid. So Witchblade build is complete on the Queen as well.
Force gonna try and TP in to push them away from the objective. And the rest will be able to connect pretty shortly. Should be able to close the distance onto KP. He's got the pipe, but not going to mitigate any of the damage out of this Sven. Great movement out of Geek fan. And now this tower as well is going to take a decent chunk of damage. And the rest of the boys on Blacklist want to respond.
Yep. EMP not going to be that bothersome, as well as the Sven's mana can come back thanks to the Caudal. You can also give it to the Undying here. Picking up the Tombstone, coming back. They do want to defend this though. Not the easiest hold.
Potential, but Carl is going to be able to land the Sonic Blade. Now they'll try and turn to Sven as well. 2,400 health they have to go through. Force is giving them a little bit of space. Skin will try and turn with the rock as well, but what a great solid guy from KP. In the middle, there's no escape for the Sven. Stuck in no man's land. Raven's going to be able to hunt down the Undying as well. You lose the tower, but nonetheless, it is an incredibly well executed fight for Blacklist.
Blacklist understanding the win condition here for Geek. They're just shutting down Ulnit. If you looked at that fight, I was looking from the Sven's point of view. He first of all got Queen ulti, pushed back by that. After that, he gets fingered. He was like half HP and he gets fingered. It didn't even damage him that much, but it's just the jumping everything onto him. And then Queen blinking in, enabling the Dawnbreaker to get a nice and deep connection onto him as well. I mean, he couldn't do anything. He got everything. The good old all ultis on me.
Okay, so I feel like We're going to see Blacklist be able to consider about Roche pretty shortly. Nothing has really changed with this TA hero. Like, still, early item timings are huge. I mean, what, Dragonlance, Deso, Blink, maybe you can put BKB in there instead of the Dragonlance, kind of change around. But Aegis is still huge, right, for the early game. So what can Geek fam look to do? How do they need to play around early Roche in regards to maybe some items they need to pick up shortly, or how they want to try and control the map?
I think they need to be proactive, and meanwhile, Cox might actually get dove here. Thinking about it, goes in.
Some forced reaction?
It's good damage, but not going to be able to continue the chase here. Just pushing him back. Yeah, so to play around Roche, I'm not sure they can contest it right now without the golem, so just push the lanes. Honestly, I don't think they're going to go top. We see Raven already setting up with the double Velvets. If you wanted to contest Roche, you already needed to start making a smoke move over. So instead, pushing mid and pushing bottom is the goal. But meanwhile, look at Tails, man. He's just showing mid on his lion, saying, you know, I'm here to get some experience.
Bottom tower is under attack.
So if you're going to give up Roche for free, then what does the next 5 minutes look like for Geek fam? Is it just completely avoid the map and have Cox like playing inside the trees to try and blast down the side lanes?
If they get good wards for tower defense, then they could try to take a fight with a golem. But right now it's actually the other way. It's Blacklist having good vision. And Blacklist coming with a confrontational approach here. Invoker rushing in.
The angle that they're coming in as well for Blacklist on multiple fronts. With Tim jumping over the top, a quick and easy kill onto the cuddle. Now Geek fam, they're going to have to split away. Down to the south, they do see Onan, I think, under the trap. He's got a BKB to work with. Oh, Tim's going to get a reach. Just there in time with the head. Oh, no. He couldn't lose another call like that.
Oh, that's so painful, man. Greedy to not want to spend. I mean, it is the 9-second BKB. It feels awful to have to use it just to TP out, but it would feel a lot better to be alive than dead. And they're gonna lose bottom tower just for the convenience of the fight happening there. TA says, okay, I'll take this. And these kills, they matter a lot, man. Getting some kills for TA builds up that Deso damage, getting her to be even stronger as well.
Just the map is going to continue to shrink now. Just traps galore. When do you like to... Oh, yeah, dude, he's got Shard as well. Okay, so there you go. Raven's got Shard now to work with, which Eva is going to make it more difficult for Geek fam to be able to get out on the map and farm.
Yeah, you get more traps, more vision, and you get the silence. The silence component, very, very crucial here, as it can prevent people from using their survivability. And even the increased vision on the traps is pretty damn neat for catching people.
Feels like we're needing some time for Olnett to be able to complete the blink, but a fight's going to break out without it. They've got a great cliff ward, and Tim's in a position to flip the smoke to their awkward. They'll swap that Carl.
What a tornado.
Really ages though. So Carl protected thanks to Kuku's tornado, and they can just avoid the fight with a total.
He's out.
Use Geek fam. Oh, they use God Strength as well. That is way too many big abilities. This is a free tier 2 tower. They know it as well.
Again, could have beat before that tornado to get the kill, but maybe he didn't want to do it because of the Aegis, knowing that, you know, we kill him once and then my BKB runs out and then we just lose the fight. So holding it, you know, understandable.
Kim's gonna be taken care of. They'll be rewarded. Sonic waving committed as well. KP's looking to scan straight on top of Scan. He gets the roadblock. It's taken a while to die. Can he turn around without the God Strength? The damage might be lacking, as now Carl can jump over the right side, get some separation. What's the call from Geek fam? I don't even know where the gem went as well.
It's on Dawnbreaker. KP managed to steal it there, so nice pickup, and they're gonna back out. That was a successful theft, and just gonna get out of the area. Gonna chase down this golem as well. TA, of course, one of the better heroes at getting golem. Oh, he got Dragonlance. Yeah, nice neutral item to get for TA. Definitely the best tier 2, and now with the Dragonlance, Growbow, and the Sideblades, he's got everything here.
Is there any items TA considers going, like, deterring away from your common build when you're against the Sven carry, or is it still kind of the stock standard?
Dire's top tower is
Just
under
a little bit
attack.
more emphasis on actually building that Hurricane Pike. You can play without Hurricane Pike in some games, but when you play against Sven, you like getting more kites, not just for yourself, but sometimes you can even Hurricane Pike your support and make the Sven feel sad.
Dire's
So
structures are
it's you know, his build looks good here. I like the fact that he's not going BKB, by the way. It's not as good on TA anymore because you still take magic damage during BKB.
He does have Nullman, but that's a short range swap. And it's still gonna get his mana drain. They'll just try and blow up Nullman, but still nearby. He got no distance away off the back of that protection for the bench. They're starting to come on over, but it's not gonna matter in the end. So a double kill for Blacklist. They are just continuing to sweep from top to bottom, getting whatever kills, whatever farm they'd hope for. I mean, Skem, I was going to say, may die as well, but looks like he's narrowly going to escape. Cuckoo thinks otherwise, though. Should be able to catch up to him, and it looks like KP is going to follow. Even Carl's nearby as well, setting it up all the way behind the tower. So there's more gold, more experience going Blacklist way. This is a 9,000 net worth lead with a lineup that you said wants to try and end pretty early before the late game, you know, Sven comes online.
Make that 11, taking the Tormentor, and then maybe even the Undying is in trouble. That's he soloing the enemy Tormentor, getting the shard for the supporting Volker. Oh, that's actually a huge shard, dude. He's got level 6 on that Wex, so the EMP now pulling people as well. Gonna be pretty nasty, and of course, more burn damage. It's 90% burn damage from the EMP instead of 50%.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Now this is looking really grim, but I mean, it all comes back to the laning stage. You pick Undying, you pick Coddle. The idea is that you don't want to lose lanes, you want to win lanes, and they just didn't get ahead with these heroes. I think Blacklist have done a great job reacting to what Geek Fam are doing, and right now Geek Fam are just flailing. They're trying to stabilize the plane as it's going down, basically.
Not the Geek fan that a lot of people have come to love so far throughout the qualifiers.
I mean, it's tough to see them in this position because they're a really fun team to follow. They do some exciting stuff, and even here, you know, in elimination situation, going for the offlane Undying and the mid Coddle, you gotta respect the creativity, but their 5-man smoke going through the portal could maybe find KP here if they go left. Not gonna connect with it there. They see Lion. Gonna go for that.
It's a great spot to be able to get the blink away. A little bit too slow on the reaction though. We'll just have to feed him to the wolves. God strength used, 5 hero rotation, whereas everyone else is still farming on Blacklist.
That's a lot of time invested for that one move, and you get what, 1 support? I mean, he's respawning in 35 seconds. You basically spend 35 seconds on 5 heroes to get the kills, so that was five-folds worth it in the eyes of Blacklist, I would say. Now with the full Shivas on the Queen as well, she's adding a lot of survivability against the Sven and the minus armor coming out.
Dire's
As well as mitigating healing, big thing to mention. They're playing against Coddle, Warlock, and Undying, so a lot of heal mechanics.
With the Lotus as well, maybe just standing nearby in case it's required.
Yeah, EMP gonna burn a lot of the Undying's mana pool.
Denied.
On a Narman, a lot of damage. He's able to get some separation. Tornado will land. They want to try and jump in.
Almost back.
There's the solar gun in response to the big sonic wave. Carl jumps to the back line and now repositions Force. Throws away to the base. And Carl's not even done just yet as well. They send some blood in the water. One more fight is all they need. But might actually lacking. Carl, celebratory jump onto the tier 4 tower. Nice Lotus will give it over to Carl. They're going to be able to reflect the Stormhammer. Tornado sets up onto 3. This casting is perfect. Teamfight execution is even better. And that is why Blacklist will get a rematch against SMG in the grand finals.
Yeah, beautiful here from them. 2-0, looking confident,